So in summary, what we think's happened is that fructose was a nutrient developed in nature, based in evolution, to be a nutrient to help store energy, to a survival mechanism. Animals in the wild use it. We've actually shown it in evolution as well. That fructose was meant to protect forage, fat accumulation, insulin resistance, inflammation, but we developed taste so we could find those foods. And now we can eat 24/7. The grocery stores are open. You know, if you're hungry, just go down. I want popcorn, I want sugar, I want this. And so we're activating the switch. It's mainly a carb story, but it's not fully a carb story. And it's creating all these diseases. So I believe that if we can block this pathway, we will rid ourselves of a huge number of illnesses. So what can we do? Do we stop eating fruits? No, don't stop eating fruits. You're not eating 100, mangoes. You're eating 1 or 2. And the intestines will actually inactivate the first 8 grams or so, 6 grams of fructose. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about, something that has 2 grams of fructose, carrots or something. Don't worry about that. Worry about sugar. Worry about high fructose corn syrup. Worry about soft drinks. But don't worry about natural fruit. Worry about fruit juice. Don't eat a lot of dried fruit, but basically. So here are my general recommendations. Reduce sugar. Reduce salt. Reduce starchy carbs. Go on a low-carb diet. Go on a keto diet. That will get them all. Reduce alcohol. Alcohol actually gets converted or induces fructose as well. I just don't have time to go into it. Seed oils. That's like the firewood. Fructose is the fire. But if you're on a low-carb diet or keto diet, you can probably eat all the fat you want. I don't think you're going to get fat because you're going to regulate your weight. Processed meats, salty meats. Meats are particularly bad if you're not on a low-carb diet. If you're on a low-carb diet, the meats, again, they're working primarily by stimulating fructose production. And if there's no glucose around, carnivore diet's not going to make you fat. Hydrate. Take omega-3. They do block this pathway. Vitamin C blocks this pathway. Vitamin D and B are good. Natural fruits. Allulose. We're going to have a conference on allulose. I joined a company that sells allulose, but it's a really interesting sugar. You should come to the workshop. This is a natural sugar that looks like fructose and does not activate the switch. And it's really looks as a beneficial sugar. It actually lowers glucose. Vegetables, dairy, keto foods, olive oil, chocolate, coffee, these are all good. I just don't have time to go through them. Exercise, sleep, read, use your brain. And all these diets, low carb, keto, paleo, intermittent fasting, vegan, DASH, Mediterranean, I even put in a diet in my book. They're all these diets we can't live in a world where we don't eat any carbs or any, umami food or any salt. We're going to eat some. So the trick is we're going to have to learn how to regulate it. And we're making a difference, The sugar intake has gone down. The incidence of diabetes is slowly coming down. Obesity is leveling off a little bit. But we're still inundating our world with sugar, salt, processed foods, and so forth. So special thanks. I have a website. I have this book, and I have free books from my previous book. That was, it's kind of old, but it really it was around the time we discovered the switch. Thank you.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of The Metabolic Link. I hope you enjoyed that full presentation by Dr. Richard Johnson. If you want to watch the slides and you're listening to this on a podcast player, head on over to our YouTube channel at Metabolic Health Summit. If you like this episode, leave us a review, leave us a comment, let us know. The more reviews we get, the more eyes and ears that are going to be able to really consume the Metabolic Link and help us spread the science of metabolic health and therapy. We really, really appreciate you listening or watching. And make sure you stay tuned because we release a new episode every other Tuesday, and we've got some really great ones in store for you coming up. So until next time, thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you soon.